Does Islam really allow men to have non-consensual intimacy with slaves? Let's see what the Quran actually says. This is episode 22 of Clear Cut, where I take on one so-called contradiction against Islam every day. The day I can disprove one, the series ends, and I leave Islam. Let's get one thing clear. Islam strictly forbid non-consensual intercourse of anyone. The Prophet, peace be upon him, said, "Do not harm them. Whoever strikes or abuses them, their expulsion is freeing them." Sahih Muslim 1657. So if you can't harm them, how do you think that you're allowed to rape them? So how did intimacy with captives work? Captives and not slaves? What do you mean? I explained this in my last video if you're curious about this specific topic. But the Quran mentions those whom your right hand possesses, 4:24. People translate this as sex slaves, but in reality they were captives who entered the household almost like wives. They were fed the same food, clothed the same way, and were protected from abuse. If a captive did not want that arrangement, she had the right to seek makataba, a contract to free herself. Quran 24:33. Once she did, intimacy was absolutely forbidden. If she was already married, scholars of the 4 Sunni schools agreed no intimacy was allowed, period. If she was pregnant, no intimacy until after birth. These regulations killed any idea of so-called rape. And here's something people often ignore. If a woman bore a child, she was automatically free, walad. That child was free from birth, no generational slavery. Compare that to the transatlantic slave trade that changed generations for a century. So is Islam really oppressive? So no, Islam does not allow unconsensual intimacy. It took a brutal global system, added rights, protections, and pathways to freedom, and moved society towards abolishing it entirely. So what do you think? Do you agree with what I said? This has been episode 22, and another so-called contradiction has been dismantled.